Welcome everybody. My name is Tim Sandy and I'm a VMware Systems Engineer. In this session I'm going to go over vRealize Operations 6.0 and what it is and what it can do briefly. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a closer look at the different additions for vRealize Operations as well as some of the additional packaging options that we have for it. So let's get started. So here's VMware's management control plane for the software-defined data center, which you've probably heard many times now, which can be broken down into three core areas. First of all, we have policy-based automation, then we have intelligent operations, and transparent IT business. In the world that we live in today, management is the key to running successful virtualized environments. We're doing more with less, more than ever, so we need ways to be able to get better operational insight into our virtualized environment, be proactive rather than being reactive, and address issues before they affect the end user. We also need to automate daily operational tasks to save time and get accurate insight into the real costs of running IT department. The way to do this is by using management software that sits in the control plane that we just mentioned. So in today's presentation, we're going to focus on the intelligent operations portion, and more specifically with vRealize Operations 6.0. Today's reality is that operations management and the ability to achieve the goals of the SLAs, efficiency, and control is a real tough job. But why is that? Well, mainly because the tools that you use today don't make it easy to manage your environments. There's too much data, too many alerts, leading to fire drills and finger pointing. As you see here, this slide represents that the day-to-day admins, they get inundated with the amount of information and alerts and warnings, and frankly, it's just so much that it's really hard to catch what's pertinent and what's important. And users also end up being our best monitoring tools, and they're the ones that tell us when something's wrong. Because of all that overload of information, we don't always know when there is a problem. So a lot of times we don't find out until the end customers tell us. Physical world, we tend to over provision because experience tells us that if you have enough resources, then there shouldn't be any problems. However, if you apply this mindset to your virtualized environment, you'll negate the benefits of doing server consolidation or virtualization. So the big shift with vRealize Operations is we bring consistency and parity in your analytics, your visualizations, and the process of identifying and solving any problems. So the platform is data agnostic. It doesn't matter what you have running under the covers. We don't care. vRealize Operations can give you the capacity for storage, networking, and virtual machines. So it's not just having that operational insight into our virtualized VMware environment, such as our hosts and VMs, but it's also the network, the storage, and so on. So it gives you that full, complete picture of everything in your environment. So let's shift our focus on operations management and look into the key goals of operations management. So we ask, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you being measured against? What are you trying to deliver on? These are a lot of the common questions that your heads of ITs are being asked. In most organizations, IT operations is focused on these three goals: delivering a quality of infrastructure, or QoS, quality service, services and applications, operate IT assets as efficiently and cost effectively as possible, implement and adhere to IT policies, standards, and regulatory requirements. So that's how you can kind of break down what the three primary goals of operations management are in most IT organizations. So let's take a closer look at what vRealize Operations can do to reach the goals we just discussed, so we can better understand why you may recommend one addition over the other to your customers. The first goal we discussed is intelligent operations. It provides improved performance and the ability to avoid disruption with self-learning, predictive analytics, and smart alerts. It also provides better visibility into the entire environment using a single user interface with out-of-the-box and customizable views, dashboards, and reports. So again, giving you that look into your entire environment, not just your hosts and your VMs, but also your entire environment. And the ability to save and commit what-if projects with enhanced capacity planning features gives us great insight into future capacity problems. The second is policy-based automation. Help you become more efficient by automating key IT processes with policy-based control. Again, we're doing more with less. So anywhere that you can automate any daily task that you may have as a virtual admin, again, it's going to help save time and save money for the company. You also have the ability to automate the remediation of the problems before they get out of control, causing large-scale outages. So you can have it automate to resolve the issue rather than it sitting there getting worse until you address it and fix it. It then provides granular user and access control through policies to provide a better security model. Security is becoming more and more a major factor in all IT organizations. So again, we're helping to keep your environment secure using operations management. And finally, with the unified management, the new architecture is very scalable. It's a resilient platform, provides high availability for you, ensuring continuous uptime for your operations management. This version offers comprehensive visibility across applications into on-premise and various cloud infrastructures into a single interface, making management effective and efficient. Now let's look into the licensing models. vRealize Operations has two primary license models to choose from. The first is the a la carte, which is based upon a per OSI or VM basis. OSI is operating system instance, which can be physical or virtual machine. These also include Windows, Linux, and Unix operating systems. And this option is sold in 25 VM OSI packs. The second option is sold in a per CPU basis. The per CPU model allows for unlimited virtual machines to be monitored, and it is offered as part of many of our following packages, such as vSphere with Operations Management, or vSOM as we know it, vRealize Operations Insight, vCloud Suite, and vRealize Suite. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to discuss those particular bundles in a little bit more detail in the next couple slides. So as I stated in the last slide, the first license model was standalone model. Like many of our other standalone products, there are three editions. We have the Standard, Advanced, and Enterprise editions. Standard edition provides out-of-the-box performance monitoring and analytics, along with some basic capacity management and vSphere hardening compliance oversight. The benefits of going from Standard to Advanced edition is reflected with the blue text that you see, and gives additional capabilities to create customized dashboards and reports, deeper insight into SAN storage analytics, application discovery and dependency information, and finally the ability to do operating system monitoring. So again, it gives you that little bit deeper insight into your environment rather than just topical level. Then going from Advanced to Enterprise edition, shown in the green text, provides the ability to monitor at a much deeper level. So you can get down to the application, the middleware, and even database level. So now we're getting really down into your environment and even getting access to data relating to those applications. And finally, you can also get OS level configuration and regulatory compliance related to items such as PCI, HIPAA, SOX compliance standards. Now, many businesses such as financial and healthcare institutions, they have to abide by these particular type of compliance type of standards. And so these type of organizations are very interested in the ability to be able to do this. So vRealize Operations gives you the ability to do compliance monitoring, as well as letting you know when something comes out of compliance and how to fix it. So anybody that is looking for any type of that compliance standard, they're going to be interested definitely in the enterprise version. So we just finished talking about the standalone model. Let's talk about the per CPU model option, which is in our various bundles. First, we have the vSphere with Operations Management, or vSOM. That bundle provides you both the vSphere and vRops licensing. This option is great for those needing to purchase vSphere and vRops license at the same time. It's more cost effective. vSphere with Operations Management, or vSOM, matches the vSphere and vRops licensing models. So it comes in your three editions, your Standard, Enterprise, and Enterprise Plus. There are also vSOM acceleration kits, which include 6 CPU licenses of vSOM, as well as a single instance of vCenter server license as well. And that is standard version. And finally, there's an option for existing customers that already have vSphere licenses to upgrade to vSOM as well. Then we have the vRealize Operations Insight, or vROI, which contains the vRops and vRealize Log Insight products. Log Insight provides an easy way to manage your unstructured log data that is normally very verbose and difficult to sift through as an administrator. It is available on a per CPU license as an add-on, and the solution to any one of the 3 vSOM editions. As a side note, vRealize Log Insight can be purchased as a standalone product as well. Continue on, let's talk about the larger bundles now. First, we have the vCloud Suite, which is meant for those large enterprise customers that have a homogeneous vSphere environment and are looking to purchase vSphere licenses along with having a need for the many other management products that we have, such as vRealize Operations that we've been talking about, vRealize Business, vRealize Automation, and Site Recovery Manager. The vCloud Suite comes licensed per CPU and in 3 editions, Standard, Advanced, and Enterprise. Then we have the vRealize Suite, which is very similar to the vCloud Suite. However, as well, it is for those large customers, but this is for those customers that have a mixed or heterogeneous type of virtualized environment. Because of having a mixed environment, the vRealize Suite does not contain the vSphere licenses like the vCloud Suite does, so that's the distinguishing difference predominantly. vRealize Suite is sold in 2 editions, Advanced and Enterprise. It can be licensed per CPU for on-premise private clouds or virtualized environments, or per OSI for public cloud and physical hardware workloads. So there's some of the difference between vCloud and vRealize Suites, because a lot of people tend to get this very confused as to what the difference is. The customer has only a homogeneous all vSphere environment, then talk to them about vCloud Suite. They have a heterogeneous or mixed virtualized environment with vSphere and, say, Citrix, for example, or using various cloud instances such as vCloud Air and Amazon Web Services, then you'd want to talk to them about the vRealize Suite. So that completes the session on vRealize Operations 6, the additions and the different packaging options.
Before we complete today's session, I wanted to also mention our VMware Enablement registration and calendar page, in case you're not familiar with it. The Enablement and Registration and Event Calendar page, we provide you a registration link as you see there on the bottom on the left-hand side of the slide, where you can go out, give us some basic information about yourself as far as what kind of role you're in, your email address, and what kind of enablement sessions you would like to stay attuned with as far as 100, 200, 300 level based on whether you're sales, technical sales, or engineering. You can select 1, 2, or all 3 of them if you choose. And once you do get registered, we'll go ahead, we'll get your email address, and then whenever we have upcoming enablement events, we'll go ahead and send out a reminder email of those events to you. And then the second step that you should do is to go out to our event calendar, where we will have these events listed so that you can check your schedule and see which events that you can attend, and you can compare your schedule against our event calendar as well. And one additional note I'd like to mention, in case you're not aware, we also have our Tech Data VMware Training Camp site. And with the Training Camp site, if you haven't already opted in, I do highly recommend that you do that. There's lots of benefits that you can take advantage of, starting with a dedicated training camp coach that will help you grow your VMware business. It provides you advantages such as enablement, free training, possible MDF funds, lead generation opportunities, are just some of the many benefits that it offers you. So be sure to leverage this great resource. And finally, this slide just shows you many of the great resources here at Tech Data that are a part of the training camp team to help you become successful with selling VMware and help you through that training camp process. So I highly recommend that you go out and get registered for our enablement sessions, check the calendar, as well as opt into the Data Training Camp program. So with that completes today's session. I hope this session was informative to you, and I hope to see you come back and watch more of our enablement sessions. Thank you and have a great day.